Do you want to catch 5 shinies with one sandwich too? What's up, Fluffies? Today we're going over all the locations of bug-type Pokemons that you can shiny hunt in Pokemon Violet and Scarlet super quick and easy. To make this bug-type Encounter 3 and Sparkling 3 sandwich, there are 2 different recipes. The first one will be a little bit harder to balance, but it will allow you to use any 2 Herba Mysticas. Just use 3 cherry tomatoes, 1 pickle, 1 cucumber, and any 2 combination of Herba Mysticas except for the sweet and sour together. Really hard part about this is the cherry tomatoes and making sure that they don't fall off your sandwich. Now, if you have all the Herba Mysticas possible, then this recipe might be easier for you to make. All you'll need is 1 cherry tomato instead of 3, and you have to make sure that you have spicy and also 1 salty Herba Mystica. As you can see, this sandwich is way easier to make, and you could put the top on if you want to. With this sandwich, you should be able to find your bug-type Pokemon that you're shiny hunting. Now, there are a lot of Pokemons that you can shiny hunt in Area 0. The first one we'll be going over is going to be Venomoth. If you travel to the first research center area and keep going down the hill, all you're going to see in this area is going to be Venomoth. Literally, I'm telling you, that's all that's going to spawn right here. And Venomoth shiny is pretty easy to tell. You can even travel down here to look for more Venomoth if you don't find a shiny up there. Wait, is that? Yep, there you go. There's a shiny Venomoth, and I told you they're super easy to spot. And hey, hopefully this shiny luck goes right to you and you get your shiny Venomoth. The second Pokemon that you can hunt in Area 0 is going to be Masquerain. And look at how many of them spawns in this little area. Right here between Area 1 and 2, there's going to be a little water area that all the Masquerain is going to spawn at. Since the Masquerains are pretty easy to spot with the different color pigmentation for the shiny, you should have no troubles finding them. I personally like to make little loops around it to despawn the back end of the Masquerain, wait for it to spawn more, and continue this process until you find a shiny. Now, the lighting is pretty light, so if you feel like you might have trouble with it, you can always throw your Pokemon to auto battle to ensure if it's a shiny or not. If you're looking for a shiny Rellor, just head over to Asado Desert, and there's a specific spot that you can hunt them at. Make sure you're at this location that I'm showing you on the map and go towards up and down. Here, you're only going to see mainly Rellor, and the shiny is a very difference since it has a golden bowl that they're pushing, and I promise you, you'll see it from a mile away. Now, there will be some Larvestas that spawn still in this area, but predominantly they're going to be Rellor to make your shiny hunting easier. Now, I'll tell you another spot that you can actually hunt for Larvesta. That way you don't have both of them spawning for that specific hunt. I personally like to stroll through this slowly. That way I don't miss any of the golden boys. As stated earlier, here's the spot to go to if you're looking for shiny Larvesta. Head right here and go towards the east side, and you'll just start seeing all the Larvesta spawn, just like this. And I would personally just ride slowly so you can keep spawning as many of. Oh my. So, yeah, there you go. You can literally run into a shiny like I just did right now. Woo, shiny Larvesta, let's go. Okay, but if me finding a shiny Larvesta that quickly was not convincing, try it for yourself because all that's going to spawn around here is going to be Larvesta. And since they're pretty easy to spot for the shiny difference, you're guaranteed to get one quickly. If you want to hunt for Scatterbug, then I have a perfect spot for you. Just go right in front of Mesagoza at the south entrance, and you'll see a bunch of them spawn in near the grass area. I would personally stay near to the entrance area as they tend to spawn more than when you're further away with the Tarountulas. These Pokemon are very small, and with the grass being tall, they are a bit hard to spot even though the shiny looks completely different like these. I would personally slowly go through this area to see if you can find this cutie come on out and shine for ya. Following Scatterbug, if you want to hunt the evolved form Vivillion, head over to North Providence Area 3. These shinies are a little hard to spot as the main body that has the shiny difference is rather small. Generally, I like to stick to the right side and you'll mainly see Vivillion with some combee and vesqueen spawning. I personally like to make a little loop around here to despawn the Pokemons quickly to make this hunt faster. Also, although you can hunt for the combees and Cortunda, this is the only place that you can hunt for vesqueen, so this will be another spot for another bug type. If you're looking for a cute shiny snom, I got the perfect spot for you. Travel over to Zabapco town and up north, you can make a perfect loop up around the hill and around to the town. Snom's shiny form can be a little hard to spot, and since these Pokemons are super duper small, you can either carefully cruise through them like I am, or auto battle them with the Let's Go feature from Pokemon Violet and Scarlet to ensure that you don't miss the shiny. If you've been struggling to find a good spot to shiny hunt for Surskit, here's a good hidden location. This spot actually is right by Masquerain town, and it's the waterways right around it on the south side. If you come over to this little ledge that leads down to the water, all you're going to see are going to be Surskits. To be honest, there's so many of them that's going to spawn here that it should be pretty easy to shiny hunt. Shiny Surskit is a little more obvious than some shinies, but due to it spawning on water in many shades of blue, it can be a little hard to spot. Just ride up the hill after spawning all the Sunskit, and you can spawn and repeat until you find your shiny. A great spot to hunt for Syther is at West Providence Area 3 near Medali Town. Once you fly to Casaroya Water Tower number 1, just follow along the riverline and all you will see is Sythers here. They are aggressive, so make sure to keep moving along to avoid infinite Pokemon battles that you don't want to be in. Now, this shiny isn't as obvious as others, as the segment of each of them are going to just be pink instead of the white color, so make sure that you're taking your time strolling along and checking each one of them so you don't miss your shiny. Looking for some shiny Kricketot? If so, then go over to Cortunda town in South Providence Area 2. These ladybugs will spawn all over the olive fields with combee. The shiny have a decently different look, so this shiny hunt shouldn't hurt your eyeballs too much. Since the Kricketot spawns individually, I would personally slowly ride through this area to get the max spawn to increase your odds in this shiny hunt. Since this area does not have many other bug-type Pokemon except for the combee, it makes the hunt easier than another location which I'll show you in this video, where it spawns in a group with Kricketune and Kricketots. And because of the location of where you hunt this, you can either go around the olive fields like I am and despawn the Pokemon, or you can simply go into the town and despawn them all and repeat it. I know that Lokix spawns almost anywhere, but here's a little neat spot to shiny hunt them. A little west to Alfornado town, you can spot them almost everywhere in the grass area. These shinies are easy to tell by the color difference, so it's your choice to either go slowly or ride quickly to find your shiny. These Pokemons are a little bit aggressive, so make sure that you keep moving along since they're easy to spot, and I'm sure, like me, you don't want to be in an infinite Pokemon battle where they won't leave you alone. If you're specifically hunting for Tarantulas, you can hunt for them at South Providence Area 5, but what I like to call Spiral Circle Hill. In this area, as you can see, the main bug Pokemon that spawns here is Tarantulas. This shiny is super obvious, so you shouldn't miss it. Just keep going around this area so you can quickly despawn them. At least these Pokemon are pretty large for bug-type Pokemon, unlike Nymble or Scatterbug. There are a lot of other spots to hunt for this Pokemon also, along with other bug-type Pokemon. So if you're interested in those areas, make sure to check on other parts of the video. A good spot to hunt for Venonat is near Aratazon City in East Providence Area 1. This shiny Pokemon only has difference in their eyes, so make sure to check each one of them to not miss your shiny. Although this spot does spawn groups of Spidots with Tarantulas, the sheer amount of Venonat that spawns should make this shiny hunt go by quickly and super easy. Make sure to go slowly through this area so you can spawn as many of them as possibly, and to ensure that you don't miss your shiny since it is a harder one to spot. If you're wanting to hunt for Nymble to complete a shiny line, then you can hunt this in West Providence Area 1. In this area, the only thing that'll spawn are Nymble. And as you can see, they are an easy shiny to spot due to the significant color difference. Now, I will warn you, even though the shiny is super easy to spot, due to their size and how small they are and how much grass is overgrown, this hunt becomes a little bit harder. So make sure you're strolling through slowly to not miss any potential shinies, because I promise you, I couldn't have seen it if I went through it really quickly. Unlike the evolved form Lokix, these Pokemon are not aggressive, so you can get right up on them to make sure that they're shiny or not. There are many different places that you can hunt for Spidots, but hunting right up northeast of Tug Tree thickets will spawn individual Spidots and also groups of Tarountula and Spidots together. This makes the hunt for both of them super efficient, and both of these shinies, as you can see, are super easy to spot, so you are guaranteed to not miss them. I personally like to make little loops around here to despawn them quickly to spawn other groups of them. That way you can shiny hunt for them efficiently. Look at all these little cute ones. And I know some of you are worried since this area tends to be a little bit more laggier. The northeast side tends to be a little bit easier to hunt for your FPS. So you should be okay right over here. Okay, so if you're wondering how can I hunt for Kricketune, since you taught me where to do a Kricketot. Well, this is the one location that you can hunt for Kricketune. Is going to be right over here in the bamboo area. Now, the problem about this area is that there is a lot of bug type Pokemon that can spawn. But if you are needing that Kricketune, this is going to be one of the few places that you can spawn them. Here, you can hunt for multiple different bugs like Heracross, Lokix, and Syther, as well as the Kricketot while you hunt for Kricketune. And with this many different bug type Pokemon spawning, you are bound to find a shiny Pokemon on one of these